Hello. Okay, good afternoon everyone. So in the previous class we completed state versus stateless political system, right? So I hope all of you have gone through it and drawn the table of difference between the different political system, right? So just to recap what we have completed so far: stateless political system, right? So they lack a centralized political institution which will unite the entire society or tribe together, right? So it is a multi-centric political institution. Okay, they don't have any centralized administrative machinery, so everything is done at the local level. Okay, and there is almost egalitarianism in the society. Everybody is equal. There is no ranking hierarchy. So as we move towards chiefdom, we saw that egalitarian give rise to ranked society where some group or some individual are considered to be more superior than the others, right? So then you have the state society, right? You have centralized authority, administration and judicial institution. There is sharp differences, okay, in wealth status. So class system arises. Somebody is able to concentrate the wealth, so therefore he is able to control the societal institutions, okay. Then there is a difference in wealth, status, privileges, okay, also power and authority because of this, okay. So concentration of economic wealth, and also we have seen other institution also related with political organization. That means in the most primitive type of political system, that is your band system, is mainly found in the hunting and gathering tribes. So as we move on, your tribal system is seen among the horticulturists, okay, some form of agriculture, like your shifting agriculture or your pastoral society. Chiefdom, again it is seen in these society or those which is in transition to intensive agriculture, and towards the end state, okay, because you have settled intensive agriculture, it is able to withstand a huge population. The population also increases, complexity increases, specialization is there, okay, and then specialized institutions starts to arise: legislature, executive and judiciary, right? So that is what we have discussed. I hope this, if you don't complete it today, it will never, and then you will lose this picture in the group, and then everybody will like, where is that picture, where is that picture, right? Okay, so finish it off today if you have not written, okay? So in the landscape mode you can draw it and finish it. It's very useful. If you do remember this, all others, whatever notes, you don't have to remember, okay? Only the case studies you will have to pick up, okay? So we'll go to the next topic, okay? That is your social control, okay? I hope online students are also able to be understood all those things, right? So we'll start with social control. Again, this particular topic is very commonly asked in the examination: social control, law and justice in primitive society. Sometimes the difference between law and justice in primitive society with that of the modern society. Now what do you mean by social control? Yes, what do you mean by social control? Anybody? How would you like to define social control? Even in ethics and all you will discuss control, social control. Huh? Obligations, okay. No, control, social control, or okay, then rules and regulations by society, okay. Then, so now he said rules and regulation, right? So when we say, I mean he is talking in terms of modern society. Yes, modern society has written rules, we have constitution, etc. When we say primitive society, probably they lack a written rule, okay. Yes, okay, then what else? What else is social control? Okay, so see, every society, right, has certain values, certain customs, certain norms, and every member of that society is expected to follow them, right? If a member does not follow it, then there are certain mechanisms to ensure that people behave in that particular way. Correct, no? So as he said, rules and regulations in modern society. So if you deviate from these rules and regulations, there are mechanisms to ensure that you abide by them. So that is what is social control, a mechanism to control the behavior of people, okay, to ensure that they abide by the values of the, of the society. So every society has mechanism to control the behavior of individuals. Is that okay? So that is what is known as your social control in simple terms. Did you all understand? Every society has mechanism of social control. Not only modern society which has constitution, law and police, etc. Every society, including primitive society, has social control. We have discussed this concept of incest taboo, right? What is incest taboo? What have you understood about that? Does it control social? Does it act as a social control? Yes. How? By preventing certain kind of sexual behavior, okay, in the society. Yes or no? Okay, so why is it called taboo? What did we read? Why is it called taboo? Taboo. What do you mean by taboo? Yes? Yes, taboo I told you, no? So something to do with supernatural. Taboo is a generic term associated with supernatural. If something is against the supernatural, God, it is considered to be taboo. Religion. Like you don't eat particular type of food, you don't go somewhere in a particular day, etc. So they are considered to be taboo because it is associated with supernatural being. Now link that, understand that. In a primitive society where there is no rules and laws, written rules and laws, how can you ensure that a person, abide by the value system? Telling them, yes, there is God. So these examples just to give you an idea that in primitive society, okay, social control is associated with supernatural, religion, etc. Even today, to a large extent, it is there. Okay, religion is there when we do religion in the next chapter. So functionalists say that religion is there in order to ensure that people abide by certain value. If you, like say for example, you kill somebody, you tell lies. Okay, if law is not seeing, what will you have that belief that if not anybody, the God is looking at us, right? So primitive society means this is what is there. So we have seen that it is also a mechanism of social control. Incest taboo is also a mechanism of social control, that is control of certain sexual behavior which is considered to be against the integrity of the society, right? So if close relatives have sexual competition, then it is going to affect the integrity of the family. Yes or no? Correct. Like that, here are a few examples, okay, of different societies and different mechanism of control. All this we will try to put it in an organized manner just to give you an idea. Cases, if somebody marries outside their clan, they are excommunicated. Matlab, you are no more part of our clan. Okay. Among the Polynesian, you do something wrong, you have to give a penal feast, party, okay, to all those who are aggrieved by it and the entire village. Okay. Similarly, Rengma Nagas, homicide, exiled. Okay. Kammers, homicide, feast to the entire village. Okay, you killed somebody today, come. Today it's on you, party is on you. Okay, like that. Similarly, you have Hawaiian. Over there you look at this. You have done a crime, you can substitute the punishment, substitute somebody else for that punishment. You might have a slave. Like, okay, you go, enjoy the punishment and come back. So like that in different societies, later interestingly we will understand that some of the serious crimes that some of the crimes which we consider it to be very serious. Do you consider murder serious? Yes, theft and even beating people is considered to be a bigger crime, okay, in our society. But over there, those are minor. Okay, you killed somebody, okay, fine, you give us today biryani is on you. Okay, so like that, it is considered to be minor. But incest, sorcery, magic, okay, evil magic, okay, against somebody, that is considered to be unpardonable. Okay, they may be even given punishment of death. Okay, so blasphemy, okay, when you practice some other religion or you insult the religion, you will be killed. Murder is okay. Okay, even in some of the societies today, modern society, like for example in Saudi Arabia and all, murder, you can give blood money and you can give compensation to the relatives, okay, and you are okay. But blasphemy is, you are punished with death, something like that. Okay, so primitive society is having difference in their social control, law and order, justice, etc. Okay, so let's just, I mean, just to make the class interesting, okay, otherwise everyday writing is, boring. So, just to make the class interesting, how many of you, consider, human sacrifice that we would have seen in certain societies in the past, okay, as inhuman? How many of you think human sacrifice is wrong? Rest all are okay? How many consider human sacrifice are wrong? Yes? Anybody know human sacrifice is good, nice to watch? Anybody? Anybody? Let's see online if anybody likes human sacrifice. Proscribe you, yes. Wrong, okay. Anybody consider it to be right? Killing somebody? Yes, why? No, that is different. Over here, human sacrifice. You are aram se going to get in the morning to get milk. Okay, and somebody catches you like, come, today is your lucky day. Today is your lucky day, you are sacrificed today. Yes? I mean, human sacrifice is that. What you are saying is that is a different thing. Okay, human sacrifice, anybody know? You consider it to be okay? Why? Okay, might be. We'll come to that. Otherwise, anybody arguing for this one wrong? Okay, maybe is okay as we. Okay, somebody said human sacrifice is okay, like the way we sacrifice goat. Okay. Fine. Okay. So, why this example is, maybe in a way they can, to write an answer, it will help. Okay, so all of you agree that it is wrong. Fine. What about this? Death sentence. Okay. How many of you agree death sentence for rapists? Yes? Okay, so there is a mix. How many consider death sentence wrong? Okay, so there are few who also consider it to be wrong. Okay, that as an ideologically, that death sentence, whatever, irrespective of that we won't go to that debate. That will take another class itself. Okay, so anyway, so why I put these two pictures together is, again, from anthropology point of view, when we study why there is human sacrifice in many society, including in India, many of the tribals, there were human sacrifice. As he was trying to say, he was, somewhere close by. So actually what happens is, whenever there is anarchy in the society, either for economic reason, political reason, when there is a crime going on, etc. Okay. So to bring order to that society, human sacrifice is done. It's not like somebody is going for milk, you come, let's sacrifice you. It is not done like that. It is, it is not like somebody is simply taken and they are sacrificed. Yes, simply somebody is taken, but for what purposes? When the society is in chaos, okay, and disorder is there, or there is some kind of a disaster or a drought is there, and people are dying, people don't have hope, people are not clearing prelims examination. So there is lot of tension around. Okay, there is a lot of tension around the society. Okay, so to calm them down or to bring order, or to maintain the social structure, because what will happen, rebel will happen, or they will overthrow the institutions, and it will lead to chaos. So in order to bring order, okay, they used to sacrifice human. So they consider both are almost same. Here why death sentence is given? Now most of you supported this. Why is death sentence given? Why? It is not like tit for tat. You raped, so let's murder you. No. It is mainly given for what reason? Educate. What is that called? Deterrent. Okay, so death sentence is given mainly to act as a deterrent. Yes, so death sentence is there, so you will be scared to perform, have a, conduct a illegal act. So whatever punishment we give is not because, yes, let him be in the jail. It's not because of that. It should act as a deterrent. Okay, so that others will not do it. Same way here also, human sacrifice has been studied, and one of the argument, I am not saying it is the only argument, one of the anthropological argument is that it acts as a deterrent for people to behave in a particular way, to maintain the social structure. Usually the upper caste or the upper clan or whoever, superior, it's usually seen in a ranked society. So somebody who is superior, he trying to maintain his status, to maintain the structure of the society, conducts human sacrifice. Are you able to understand? A chief may perform this human sacrifice to show that he is the chief. and to keep order of the society. Are you able to understand? So he conducts it to ensure that others will not do something wrong and they will listen to the chief. So therefore, this also is a mechanism of social control, like the way we see death sentence in today's society. Alright. So human sacrifice, okay, actually served the function. Okay, it was not like simply I am bored, let's kill somebody. It actually served a function. What is that function? It is explained in the form of social control hypothesis, where human sacrifice was used by the elites like the chief, the king, the leaders, the head of certain groups to terrorize the underclasses, punish them for disobedience and display their authority. So later when we discuss power, power is essential, power and legitimacy are essential pillars of political institution. If you don't have power, you don't have legitimacy, the political system will fail. So how will you show that you have power? In primitive society, some of them, they used to perform this human sacrifice. In many places, many tribes, you also have this head hunting, right? Again, this head hunting is to show that you have power and others will listen. And when this power is used to ensure that the society is in order, it brings about the integrity of the society. It ensures the maintaining of the social structure. So what is it? Its function is to build and maintain the class system within the society, or whatever ensures the society system functions. You understood? Ensures the society system functions. Okay. So human sacrifice could have provided a particularly effective mean of social control because it provided supernatural justification for punishment. Its graphic, painful nature served as a deterrent to others. Everybody will come in line. It demonstrated the ultimate power of the elite. So like this, the idea is that in different society we have different forms of social control. So we will focus on primitive society. So what is social control? So every society has mechanism to ensure order, stability, predictability in social life. Without this, okay, it would be chaotic. Yes, that's what I told you. If without control, people would go mad, they will do whatever they want. It is not good for the society. Now, in your exam, so all that what we have discussed is just to make the topic interesting. So what is asked in the examination is, what is social control? What is the source of social control, or what is the function of social control, and what are the mechanism of social control? The mechanism is more important. How is social control, how is it in different society? Is that okay? So that is what you have to focus with some case studies. It's a very simple topic. So social control can be both internal and external. Can you name any internal social control? Okay, so online students have answered a few of them rightly. Scare the people. All right. Yes. Internal control. Why don't you do something wrong? What could be the reason for you not to lie? Or when you lie, what will happen? Yes, when you lie and nobody gets to know, what will happen? You might not get caught, but there is some kind of an internal feeling, right? So that is internal mechanism. There are external, because internal mechanism is not enough. So you all were confused, like I won't feel anything. Right? So that is why you need external control as well. So internal mechanism is your guilt, shame, etc. When you normally do something which you don't like, or which does not abide by the values of the society, norms of the society, you feel guilt and other things, mainly associated with obviously the supernatural being. That is internal mechanism. And the external mechanism, because it is not, we humans can justify anything. I lied because of that. Okay, so you will be able to justify it. So they knew it. So external mechanism is that which is enforced by the society. Okay, so social control ensures conformity, maintains order. We'll come to the theories in a while. So if you classify the social control, you have internal and external. Internal, guilt, shame and all. External, you have sanctions, positive and negative. It's very simple topic actually. What is sanction? Punishment, okay, in a form of punishment. Positive and negative. Okay, positive punishment, what is that? Okay, sanction is when somebody is acknowledged for their action. It can either be positive or negative. Positive acknowledgement is by giving them award, rewards, titles, grants, etc. Correct? That is positive sanctions. Negative sanction is punishments, right? Jail term or imprisonment or even mutilation. We see, in Middle East and other, there is mutilation also. So you steal, your hands will be chopped, like that. Okay, so that is negative sanctions. Then you have formal. I mean, these are different ways to look at it. Okay, formal and informal. Formal, that comes from a specific institution, usually like your chiefdom. So where, formal is where you have a written law or unwritten law. So the social control is through a law. Okay, whereas informal is without any law, where your public will decide on the, instantaneously they will take decisions. Okay, so that is informal. Similarly, you have organized and diffused. Organized is where you have centralized authority like a state, and sometimes even in a chiefdom where you have the chief given the powers. So when they provide that social control, it is called as organized. Diffused is when there is people, or it is diffused when it doesn't come from one single source. It is called as diffused control. Then primary and secondary. Primary is when the control is done by the society directly. Secondary is when an individual controls the behavior on behalf of the society. So that is secondary. So that is a broad classification given by Paul Bohannan in his work Social Anthropology. All right. So if you see this picture, right, so the difference between primitive society and modern society. So primitive societies, or rather the old society or the 16th century, right, so they used to fear the God. Today we fear the CCTV, right. So that is the difference of this one, right. So internal, I'll just very quickly, and then while dictating I will explain. So I hope you have understood that in little bit brief. So internal is without any direct intervention from the society. So feeling of guilt and shame from within. Okay, and usually it is associated with supernatural, fear, etc. associated with supernatural and enforced by other institution. To give you an example, shame and guilt does not occur on its own. It has to be supported by other institution. Like for example, among the Penobscots. So they, in those society, guilt is determined on the basis of magic. Okay, so it is believed that if you are guilty, but the magic failed and they did not determine you as guilty, still you will be punished by God. So that belief system is enforced on the people of Penobscot. So usually they will not go to magic only, first only they will confess, saying that yes, I am guilty. Is that okay? Like that. So here the guilt is strengthened by the belief system in magic or supernatural being, like that. Similarly, you have external, so where society has mechanism or institution to ensure social control. So mainly it is your sanctions. So sanctions can be positive, negative, whatever you said. So positive is like award and titles if you do something good. Negative is when you are punished for it, imprisonment, etc. And these sanctions should not be arbitrary. Correct? It should not be arbitrary means when somebody has done an act which is considered to be against the social values, only then it should be punished. It should not be simply like he is going, come, let's punish you. It cannot be arbitrary. Okay, these are the features, point by point you will have to write, not arbitrary. It should be consistently applied, constantly. For if one person has done it, another person also does it, both have to be punished simultaneously, and it should be generally known to all. It should not be a surprise for people. Negative, positive is fine. And then, so you have a law. Okay, it can either be written or